ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः। ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम्। Hare Krishna, welcome back to the Bhagavad Gita study group. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Last session we started chapter 11, right? We saw right in the first verse कि कितने प्यार से अर्जुन said मद अनुग्रहाय. Dear Krishna, because you love me so much, right? Because you love me so much, you've showered me with your mercy, with your kripa, right? Krishna, you're so kind that you've been continuously answering my queries without getting irritated. You've spoken 10 chapters so far, almost 400 verses, just to lead me to the understanding of what is right, what is my dharma. And so now, Krishna, I'm very happy to tell you that my moha is gone. Moho yam vigato mama. My illusion is gone. I have finally understood your greatness, Krishna. And how did I understand it? Yat tvayuktam vachastena. By hearing your words. So listening is the foundation of spiritual life. If we want to get out of moha, of illusion, always remember we need to constantly listen to Krishna's words. Yat tvayuktam vachastena. We need to carefully study and understand and imbibe the words of Krishna, which is what? The Bhagavad Gita. If we do this, we will most definitely be free of moha, right? So Arjuna has heard with rapt attention everything that Krishna has spoken so far. He's heard about the appearance and disappearance of the different living entities. He's heard about, Krishna's vibhuti endlessly in the 10th chapter. And he's finally realized that Krishna has infinite, unlimited splendor. And at the same time, Arjun gets one ichha, one wish, right? He says, Krishna, drashtum ichhami te rupam. I want to see that roop, right? That beautiful form that you've been talking about, that Vishwaroop, that universal form, which is complete with all your opulence. So Krishna, if you think it is possible, then please show me your Vishwaroop, your divine cosmic form. Show me all your Aishwarya. Why? Because seeing is far more convincing than hearing. And Krishna, though, is the most affectionate person. He's willing to do anything to strengthen our faith. Hai ki nahi? So with pure love and affection, he says, sure Arjun, Pashyame Partha Rupani. O dear Parth, see my Rupa. I have hundreds and thousands of forms, and all these forms are unique. Shatashotha Sahasrashaha Nana Vidhani Divyani Nana Varna Akruti Cha. All these forms are unique, all of them have different colors, different shapes, but all my forms are divine. Right? So he explains to Arjun, Arjun, in this form, you will be able to see absolutely everything. You want to see the Adityas, the Vasus, the Rudras, the Ashwini Kumars, the Maruts, everybody. Right? So Krishna has promised to show Arjun a form that has never been seen before. A Drushta Purvani. Krishna is telling Arjun, now Arjun, you can see everything that you want to see in this universal form. Everything that exists in any part of the universe. Everything, whether it is living, non-living, doesn't matter. Whether it's from the past, from the present, or from the future. Everything that you want to see, you will be able to see in this universal form. Right? But your material eyes are not sufficient. So, Divyam Dadami Te Chakshuhu. Let me give you divine eyes, divine wisdom with which it will become possible for you to see my universal form in all its majesty. Right? It's very important for us to understand what this means. Unless Krishna gives us Divya Chakshu, we will not be able to understand adhyatmic details, spiritual details. Spiritual details can only be seen with His mercy. We cannot see Krishna, we cannot understand Krishna unless He decides to shower His kripa on us. Right? So last week we were all blessed with Divya Chakshu. Right? We all experienced to a small extent, right, that form of Krishna. And each of us had a very unique experience. We could see whatever we wanted to see or whoever we wanted to see in that form. And I'm certain that thoda to bliss we all experienced. Right? Now imagine we got that darshan ghar baithe. Right? And we experienced bliss. So imagine what must have happened to Arjun, who's seeing this first hand. And then there's one more person who's seeing all of this comfortably sitting in Hastinapur. Who's that? Sanjay. Right? Sanjay. Sanjay can see everything. Sanjay can hear everything. So from verses 9 right up till 31, Sanjay is describing everything that Arjun is seeing and saying. Right? These are very, very beautiful verses. There's so much, it's a combination. There's love, there's awe, there's wonder, right? There's admiration, there's respect. But these are very beautiful verses, but they're also very long and very tedious. Okay, chapter 11 verses are long and complicated and tedious. And since most of you are studying the Gita for the first time, I thought it would be a good idea to summarize the entire section. Okay, so today we will not be doing the verses. I will do my best to give you a synopsis of what is being said. Okay, I hope you're fine with that, because hopefully one day in a later time when we are ready, we will do the verses in detail. Okay, alright. So we start hearing the description of the universal form from Sanjay. Okay. Sanjay is telling us that in that universal form, there are unlimited mouths, there are unlimited eyes. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, Aneka Adbhuta Darshanam. That darshan, that vision that Arjun and Sanjay could see is Adbhut, absolutely wonderful. There were many, many, many forms, and each form was wearing many ornaments. Each form was carrying a weapon, right? what Arjun is seeing is actually indescribable. Yet Sanjay is trying his best to give a very good picture to Dhritarashtra. Right? So he says कि that Vishwaroop से जो effulgence निकल रहा था, that was greater than the brightness of hundreds and thousands of suns अगर एक साथ if they rise in the sky. Right? Always keep in mind that this is far beyond what Arjun expected to see. Right? अर्जुन ने बोला विश्वरूप दिखा दो. He thought हाँ ठीक है, एक सिंपल सा विश्वरूप देख लूंगा. But then when Arjun actually sees that, he is so lost, right? He is so overwhelmed with wonder. What did he expect to see? One universal form. He did not think a universal form would have so many forms in it. Right? It was far beyond anything that Arjun ever expected to see. So suddenly he was very baffled. He was dumbfounded. Right? He was amazed. You have to realize he was in awe. कि उसकी रोंगटे ऐसे खड़े हो गए. Right? And so what did he do? As soon as he saw that awesome universal form, he did pranam. प्रणम्य शिरसा देवम. अपना शिरसा, अपने हेड के साथ अपने हाथ जोड़ के, the first thing that Arjun did is he bowed his head down to the Supreme Lord. He did namaskar. He prayed. Right? When something wonderful comes into our life, first thing is we acknowledge the greatness. Right? कि I'm so blessed कि I have this khush nasibi कि I'm able to see this universal form. Right? He says कि ये क्या है Krishna? What is happening over here? Arjun is just looking at that universal form and he says, Krishna, in you I can see Brahma ji. And Brahma ji कहाँ रहते हैं? Brahmalok. Right? He says, I can see Brahma ji who's sitting in Brahmalok. Then he says, wait. I can even see Shivji. And Shivji तो कैलाश में होते हैं. Right? But with Brahmaji and Shivji, I can also see the rishis who are from my lok, who are from this Prithvi lok. Right? Then wait a minute, I can even see Patal lok because I can see the snakes who live in Patal lok. Says Krishna, what exactly is happening? I'm sitting here with you on this chariot and yet I'm able to see all the different lokas simultaneously. Because this universal form has expanded everywhere without limit. There is no end, there is no beginning, there is no middle. Right? So, till now, Arjun was in Sakhya Ras. He was with his friend. He was having a conversation with his friend and dhire realizing that his friend is the Supreme Lord. But suddenly now, his Sakhya Ras has changed to Adbhut Ras. He is in wonder because he now is paying attention to the Vishwaroop. He is looking at all the chota details of that Vishwaroop. And detail में जब देखने की कोशिश कर रहा है, he starts getting so excited कि he starts describing Krishna's form to Krishna only. Right? I mean, obviously, even when we sit in the temple and we read the Gita, I laugh many times कि भगवान जी जो आपने सुनाया, हम लोग बैठ के आप ही को सुना रहे हैं. That Arjun is seeing the form that Krishna is showing and he is describing this form to Krishna himself. Okay? He says, Krishna, I can see all these forms of yours. Right? And all these forms are wearing kirit and a mukut. They're all carrying gada. They're all carrying chakri. And they're all very effulgent. बहुत ज़्यादा तेज है सब में. And that tej Krishna is spreading in all directions. Right? Because that tej, the sun ka splendor is so much we can't see the sun. Krishna, this tej is so much that I'm not able to see you very properly. It's becoming very difficult for me to see you. Krishna, I'm convinced that you are the Supreme Most Lord. And then he starts praying to Krishna. There's a very beautiful verse which I'd like all of you to recite. Verse number 18. Okay? Chapter 11, verse number 18. Let's recite that one verse which we can also learn as a prayer to Krishna. Have you all found it? Okay. Please unmute and repeat after me. त्वमक्षरं परमं वेदितव्यम् त्वम् अस्य विश्वस्य परं निधानम् त्वमव्ययः शाश्वतधर्मगोप्ता सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे. Words here. Tvam, Krishna, you are Akshar. Akshar, जो कभी क्षर नहीं होता. Somebody who can never be destroyed. So Krishna, you are infallible. Paramam, you are the supreme most. Veditavyam, all the Vedas say, what do we know? You. You are the supreme goal of all the Vedas. Tvam Aksharam Paramam Veditavyam Tvam Asya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. इस पूरे विश्व का निधान, resting place आप ही हो. Everybody in this universe at the end will want to come back and rest in you. Tvam Avyaya, आप कभी व्यय नहीं जाते. You can never be exhausted. Shashwata Dharma Gopta, the one who understands Shashwat Dharma, eternal religion. So you are the person who explains and maintains eternal religion to everybody. Sanatanastvam, you are Sanatan, you are eternal. And you are the oldest Purush, the oldest personality. Right? So this is how Arjun prays and prays and prays. And he's continuing to look at that universal form, and he realizes, oh my God, so far I was only seeing the Devta. But now, maybe I can even see the Kala Roop. And he says, Krishna, I can see कि यहाँ पे कोई beginning नहीं है, कोई end नहीं है, कोई middle नहीं है. Your glory is unlimited. I'm seeing unlimited arms. I'm seeing that the sun and moon are your eyes. And I'm seeing fire coming out of your mouth. It looks like you're going to burn this entire universe. Right? Kalaru. Krishna, it's very scary. This form of yours is very terrible. All the people in all the 14 lokas, I'm seeing that they're all very scared of you. And you know what they're doing when they're scared? All the devatas, they are surrendering to you. They're singing your praises and they're praying to you only for protection. Right? I can see all those people that you told me to see. I can see Rudra, Aditya, Vasu, Sadhya. I can see the Ashwini Kumars, the Maruds. I can see all of them looking at you and praying to you. Every one of them, including me, we're all very, very afraid. Because now that I'm looking closely, this great form has very scary faces. It has terrible teeth. It looks like you're going to chew us all up. And so we're all very afraid. We're very nervous. Please understand, Arjuna had heard very beautiful glories of the Lord in the 10th chapter. है ना? He had heard कि जिधर देखो उधर आपको जहाँ पे भी you find anything great, anything beautiful, anything wonderful, it all comes from Krishna. So when he had heard all of that, he wanted to see all those beautiful aspects of Krishna. Right? So he expected to see only wonderful aspects. So even when he saw the Virat Roop, first he only focused on the Deva Roop. But when he started looking more carefully, he noticed कि oh my God, with that divine Roop, there is also Ugra Roop. Right? And then he's looking closely and he says, Baba re Baba, Ugra Roop nahi, idhar to Ati Ugra Roop bhi hai. And all the Devatas are also worried. And so he continues to describe how this Virat Roop has expanded everywhere. Okay? The Indian Air Force ka motto comes from the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Let's look at that verse. Verse number 24. Look at it. Okay, everybody. Let's try and read this verse. Please repeat. Nabhasprusham deeptamaneka varnam Vyatananam deepta vishala netram Drishtva hi tvam pravyathitantaratma कृतिं न विन्दामि शमं च विष्णु. Okay, the verse is complicated. Look at the first three words. Nabha Sprisham Deeptam. This is the motto of the Indian Air Force. Nabha Sprisham, touch the sky, Deeptam, with all glory. Right? So, what Arjun is telling Krishna is that I can see your glory touching the sky. Right? I can see beautiful eyes, and seeing all of this, my Antar Atma is excited but is also very scared. I'm frightened. Right? So just imagine, right? Bichara Arjun, khud se he told Krishna ki Krishna, I want to see your universal form. But he had no clue what he was asking for. Now he says ki, Hey Bhagwan, ye kya dikha rahe ho aap mujhe? Right? I liked my Sakhya Bhav better. Okay? Because of the Sakhya Bhav, I had requested you to become my chariot driver. If I knew that you were this Supreme Lord with so many forms, I would probably never have asked you to do such a menial service for me. Right? This infinite splendor is very difficult for me to accept. I like this brotherly, friendly sentiment that I was feeling all this time. This universal form is very, very scary. It has so many terrible teeth. It looks like Krishna has opened his mouth. What happens when Kal opens its mouth? What happens? Enters inside. Exactly. What happens when Kal opens its mouth means that many people are going to enter those mouths. It's a very horrible experience. It's like when COVID happened. Kal had opened its mouth. Whenever any major disaster happens, it means Kal has opened its mouth and everybody is entering those mouths. Right? Arjun को समझ में नहीं आ रहा है कि what is it that I'm really seeing? Are these really Krishna's forms? Right? To Arjun, Krishna is his best friend. Right? And yet Arjun does not want to see this aspect of his best friend because he's getting no pleasure in seeing this Ugra Roop. He kind of starts feeling, oh my God, maybe Krishna is angry with me. So he says, oh Krishna, please be kind to me. Prasiddha Devesha Jagan Nivasa. Oh Krishna, please don't be angry with me. Right? Then Arjun stops for a bit and he suddenly remembers कि Krishna had told him कि तुमको जो देखना है तुम इस रूप में देख पाओगे. So he stops and he thinks, oh my God, I want to know कि what is going to happen in this battle of Kurukshetra. What is going to happen to all these people who have assembled on this battlefield. And because of that, he starts thinking कि अच्छा कुरुक्षेत्र में क्या होने वाला है. And when he thinks that, in that same universal form, he is able to see Duryodhan, all his cousins, all those kings who were supporting Duryodhan, right? Including Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, that Sutaputra, Karna. He sees all of them rushing into that universal form. He sees all of them rushing into that Virat Roop. And then he looks again and he sees, oh my God, not just the Kaurav ka army. He sees people even on his side, on the side of the Pandavas, entering the mouth of that universal form. Right? Sorry. And then he describes to Krishna ki Krishna, like how waves of a river flow into the ocean. I'm seeing all these great warriors entering into your blazing mouths. He says, wo chodo, jaise, sometimes the light is on and these light ke keede, they know ki they're going to be burnt when they go touch that light. They're going to get roasted, but they can't stop themselves. Like that, all these warriors are rushing towards their own destruction. Right? All these warriors have become like light ke keede. They're rushing full speed into the mouth of that Ugra Roop. Right? Unka nash hone wala hai, they know, and yet they cannot stop themselves. So Krishna is the creator, the maintainer, and the destructor. At present, what Arjun is seeing is he's seeing Krishna as the destructor, as that force which eats up everything. He's swallowing up everyone. So Arjun is very, very scared. He says, बस हो गया, अब ना मुझे ये सब नहीं देखा जाता मुझसे. So एकदम confused and scared, he asks Krishna, Ki Krishna, who are you? What is this form of yours? Explain this fierce, horrible form of yours and tell me, why have you taken this form? And very important, Krishna says in verse 32. Please just highlight that verse 32. Open to it. We won't say the whole verse, but Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, the great Lord says, Kalosmi. Just highlight Kalosmi and always keep this in mind. Kala Asmi. I am time. Arjun asks, who are you? So Krishna says, in the Virat form, I am time. And Arjun says, why have you taken this form? Right? What is your mission? What do you plan to do? Krishna says, I am time and I am the greatest destroyer of all the worlds. I have come here to destroy all these people. Kalosmi lokakshaya krut pravritto. Right? I am time and I have come here to destroy all people. All the soldiers on both sides, your side and Duryodhan's side, everybody with the exception of the Pandavas, everybody is going to be destroyed. Remember in the second chapter, Arjun had said, I will not fight the war. And one of the reasons he had said is, I don't want to be the murderer of these people. Right? I don't want to have itne logon ka khoon on my hands. Here Krishna is saying, Arjuna, it doesn't matter whether you fight or you don't fight. As Kal, as time, I have ensured that all these people will die. Right? And this is where Krishna gives Arjun and us a very important instruction. He says, Ki Arjun, these guys are already killed by me. You've already seen that they're all rushing into my mouth, which is on fire. Right? So by my arrangement, they're already dead. So do you have anything to fear? No. This is my will. So all that you should do is get up, fight. And when you fight, you know these people are already dead. So you will be glorious. You will be victorious. So that verse 33, especially the last line, but let's sing the whole verse, okay? Because we're doing very, very little today. Let's go to verse 33. Okay, everyone, please open to that page. Found it? Dhyan se. Tasmat tvamuttishta yasho labhasva. Yasho labhasva. Jitva shatrun. Bhungshvarajyam samruddham. Mayaivaite nihatta purvameva. Nimitta matram bhavasavya sachin. Such a beautiful verse. Let's just understand it a little bit. Tasmat, therefore, tvam uttishta. Get up, O Arjun. You've already seen all these people are dying. Right? You've seen that I've already arranged for all these people to die. So what do you have to fear? Get up, fight. Tasmat tvam uttishta. Utho. Yasho labhasva. You know, right? Victory is on your side. So get up. Take that victory. Jitva shatrun. Win over all your shatrus, over all your enemies. And when you do that, bhungshva rajyam samruddham. Go enjoy a wonderful rajya. Right? Mayai vaite. By my arrangement, nihatta purvameva. All these people are already killed. Nimitta matram bhava savyasachi. Savyasachi means somebody who can fight with both his hands, right? Arjun could shoot arrows with both his arms. So one of his name is Savyasachin. So he says, Nimitta matra banotum. In our lives, God tells us that when a particular situation presents itself, all we need to do is get up and become an instrument in God's will. Right? All those soldiers are already put to death by God's arrangement. Right? God has done all the work, but God does not want the glory. He's so kind, he's so merciful that he wants Arjun to get all the glory. Bhishma, Drona, Jayadratha, Karna, all these warriors have already been destroyed by Krishna. So what does Arjun have to do? Simply get up and shoot arrows. Right? Bhyu नको मी आहे तुझ्या पाठीशी. Simply fight and you will easily defeat your enemies. Krishna wants Arjun to be nimitta matram, the medium, right? Krishna wants Arjun to get all the glory. Krishna does not want the credit. He wants people to say that Arjun fought so courageously. Arjun secured victory for the Pandavas. Amazing, right? Remember what Tulsidas said? ना हम किया न करू सको, राइट? मैंने कुछ नहीं किया, मैं कर भी नहीं सकता, सहीबा करता मोर. मेरा सब कुछ है ना, कौन करता है? वो करता है. करता करावत आप हो, तुलसी तुलसी शोर. करने वाले कराने वाले सब कुछ आप हो. सिर्फ दुनिया बोलती है कि तुलसी ने रामायण लिखी है. मैंने कुछ नहीं लिखा, आप ही ने लिखा है. Just like that. Is Arjun actually killing his enemies? No. Krishna is telling him, I've already taken care of everything. But I want you to stand over here and fight them. Nimitta matra bhavasavya sachin. Right? So, God is so kind, even in our lives. He takes care of everything. But He doesn't want us to become defeated and run away. Or become very डरे हुए and go away. He wants us to have faith in Him. Have faith in Him and do your duty. He will take care of establishing dharma always. So can you imagine what was Arjun's reaction on hearing Krishna's word? Krishna has finally said कि भाई उठो, stand up, युद्ध करो. निमित्त मात्रम भव सव्य साचिन. I have already got my master plan in place. You simply be an instrument. What God is saying is, I have orchestrated everything. But of course, here is the point where your free will comes into play. You have your free will to decide कि तुमको क्या करना है. Are you going to stand up and fight this war knowing कि I have taken care of everything? Or are you going to still say कि no, I want to go and take sannyas in the jungle? Krishna is again telling us that when we align our will with His will, with the universal order, then that is dharma. If we don't align ourselves with His will, then that is adharma. Right? We all have to have complete faith and simply be instruments in God's plan. We must always pray कि भगवान जी, may your will be done. I want to surrender my will to your will. Right? I want to always align I want to always align my free will with your will. Let thy will be done. Right? It's like suppose there's an orchestra. Right? There are 20 people playing in an orchestra. The orchestra piece is the foundation. Right? And every musician must be in alignment with that orchestra piece. Correct? If one musician says ki nahi, I want to show my individuality. I play the violin very well, so I want people to listen to only my violin. What is going to happen to the entire orchestra? It's going to be in discord, right? So it's very, very important to remember that individual will should not be louder than the universal order. So our free will, when it is in alignment with the universal order, that is surrender. So, from verses 35 to 45, we see Arjun's surrender. You can make a little note whenever you want to read on your own. Okay? Up till 34, Sanjay is describing everything that's happening on the battlefield. Right? Everything that is Arjun's reaction and what God spoke about being Kal. But then from 35 to 44, we listen to Arjun's prayers. Okay? Arjun folds his hands because now the Krishna has said, right, कि सब कुछ हो गया है, just be my nimitta matra, be an instrument in my will. So Arjun folds his hand, offers obeisances, and he totally surrenders. Right? Very beautiful prayers, and these prayers are actually Arjun's realizations. He says कि Krishna, आप जो बोल रहे हो ना वो 100% करेक्ट है. Whatever you do for the benefit of everybody. And seeing what you do, now I understand that all the devatas are very, very happy. Right? Because when are devatas happy? When order is restored. Right? Devatas have now understood कि वाह भगवान जी आ गए to take care of everything. So devatas are very, very happy. Who is frightened? Only the demons are frightened. जो गलत काम कर रहे हैं, only those people are afraid and they are running here and there. But all the saintly personalities, right? They are all offering beautiful prayers to you. He says, Krishna, now I understand that you are the cause of all causes. You are the god of all the devatas. You are Vayu, you are Yamraj, you are Agni, you are Varun, you are Chandra, right? You are Brahmaji. So you are everything and the entire universe rests on you. And it's very sweet. What Arjun does then is he starts offering namaskars from all sides. Okay, he says, Krishna, I want to offer namaskar to you 1,000 times over and over again. I want to pranam to you from the front, from behind, from all sides. Why? Because this is the Virat Roop. Arjun doesn't know which direction to offer obeisances. Right? He says, जिधर देखता उधर तो कृष्ण है, राइट में है, लेफ्ट में है, सामने है, पीछे है. सो अर्जुन हर जगह जो है अपना नमस्कार ऑफर करता है. एंड देन अर्जुन को सडनली फ्लैशबैक होता है. He remembers the past when he has been so casual with Krishna. Remember, Krishna was Arjun's brother-in-law, right? Subhadra's brother. So they were the same age, they were very close friends. So Arjun absolutely loved Krishna, but he's always treated him very casually, right? Just as a friend. And suddenly he says, oh my God, ye maine kya hua hai? Right? This chap is God himself. So he says, Krishna, please yaar, mujhe maaf kar de. All these years I thought of you as my friend, right? And therefore I never kept any formalities. I didn't realize how glorious you are because apna to friendship wala relationship tha. So, I must have disrespected you many times jokingly. I must have said stupid things to you. But really, Krishna, I did not mean to disrespect you. It was all purely out of love. Remember these guys? Bahut bar, right? They've sat down to have meals together, right? They're talking, they're resting. And obviously, when you're with your friend, how do you interact? Are you in awe of your friend? No. Right? You just talk and you don't think of respect or disrespect at that time. But now Arjun is suddenly thinking, oh my God, this is the Supreme Lord and I have not shown him the appropriate respect. Right? I was just interacting with my friend, my cousin. Now that I know the truth, I might as well ask for forgiveness. He says, Yar Krishna, please forgive me for all the offenses that I must have done in the past. Right? But then Arjun also tells him, कि Krishna, my relationship with you always was on the basis कि Krishna is mine and I am his. Right? It was a very close, brotherly, friendly relationship. It was a Sakhya Bhav wala relationship. This universal form, it is just too much for me to handle. I don't like this feeling of awe and reverence. I like the sweetness of Sakhya Bhav. Right? I want to go back to what it was before. So Krishna, I understand that I'm the one who asked to see this almighty form of yours. But now, please show me your original form. Okay, Krishna, don't mind. I'm very happy. I'm very joyful to see that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? I'm very happy to see that this wonderful universal form is yours. But at the same time, ab bas ho gaya. Hai na? Please show me your pleasing form again. I'm not attracted by infinite opulence. I'm not interested in your Aishwarya Bhakti. It's like when you know a very close friend of yours. Doesn't matter कि उसके पास 6 गाड़ियाँ पड़ी हैं, 10 गाड़ियाँ पड़ी हैं कि उसके पास सिर्फ एक 2-wheeler है. You have nothing to do with the opulence of that person. Is she wearing big 4-carat diamonds or is she just wearing ordinary, jhumkas that she got off Main Street? Doesn't matter. Right? You're just happy in your friendship with your friend. So that's exactly what Arjun is telling Krishna. Ki Krishna, I'm very joyful to see you as my friend, Krishna. ये यूनिवर्सल फॉर्म देख के ना माई माइंड इज वेरी वेरी डिस्टर्ब. आई एम नॉट एट ऑल अट्रैक्टेड टू ऑल दिस ऐश्वर्य ऑफ योर्स. I prefer seeing you in your normal form. Right? So he says, I understand you have thousands of forms. You know, you have thousands of arms, thousands of legs, thousands of stomachs. ठीक है. But before coming back to your two-handed form, can you show me your चतुर्भुज form? है ना, इतनी क्यूरियोसिटी होती है कि ठीक है वे विश्व रूप देख लिया, अब चतुर्भुज फॉर्म भी दिखा दो ना. So Krishna laughs. He says कि okay, चल, I've shown you my Virat रूप. This darshan that I've given you, Arjun, is impossible for normal people to see. But, ठीक है, no problem. By my mercy you've seen it. By my mercy I will now remove it. Right? So, डरो मत. Don't be scared. Don't be anxious. मैं इस universal form को समाप्त करता हूँ. So, give up all fear. एकदम शांत हो जाओ. I will show you whatever form you want to see. Saying that, Krishna shows Arjun his Chaturbhuj form. Right? The four-handed form. Shankha, Chakra, Gada and Padma. That wala form. And then he tells Arjun कि I'm giving you आश्वासन कि बिल्कुल मत डरो. I'm your friend only. I will always be that same Krishna for you. And saying that, he goes to his Saumya Vapu. The most beautiful two-armed form. The most calming, the most soothing, the most enjoyable two-handed form. He became Parthasarthi again. Right? The most attractive two-armed form. Now when Arjun sees Krishna in his two-armed form, he is very, very reassured. Yes, this is my friend Krishna. The Sakhya Bhav is back. Arjun is all calm. Now he's not worried, he's not afraid. But then Krishna tells him something very wonderful. Which we all should keep in mind. Krishna tells Arjun that actually this form of mind that you're seeing, this two-handed form of mind that you're seeing, this form is the most difficult to understand. है ना? चतुर्भुज देखते हो तो तुमको लगता है हाँ भगवान खड़े हैं. विश्व रूप देखते हो तो तुमको समझता है कि हाँ भगवान खड़े हैं. But to see this two-handed form of mind and to realize कि this is Bhagwan, this is the most difficult thing. This is the part that people don't understand. कि वो जो गोपियों के साथ नाचता है, वो जो गोपों के साथ गाय चराने चला जाता है ना, वो जो खेलता है, that two-handed form is actually the basis of the four-handed form and the Vishwaroop. Understanding that is the most difficult. वो समझना is very, very rare. And that is what we all need to understand. That beautiful two-handed form that we see in the temple, that beautiful two-handed form that we see in our own, ghar ka altars, in photo frames, that beautiful two-handed form is the cause, is the basis of the Chaturbhuj form and the Virat Roop. Right? If we can understand that, then we've understood God. Even the Devatas are always trying to understand this simple two-handed form of Krishna. Okay? Now the last 3 verses of this chapter, we will look. Okay? We will study. Look at verse number 53, please. Open to page number 53. Okay? So not page number, verse number. Chapter 11, verse number 53. There Krishna tells Arjun, Arjun, please understand. Naham veder na tapasa, na danena na chejaya. Naham, you cannot see me with veder. कि तुम कितना भी वेद का पठन कर लो, you can't see me. तपसा, तुम कितनी भी तपस्या कर लो, you can't see me. न दाने न, तुम कितना भी दान दे दो, you cannot see me. न इज्जया, इज्जया is worship, पूजा पाठ. Okay? तुम ये सब कितना भी कर लो, you will not get my mercy, you will not get my darshan, you will not be able to know me, to understand me. Right? So in verse 53, Krishna is very clearly telling Arjun कि study of the Vedas, doing घोर tapasya, giving भर के दान, right? Doing a lot of puja path, none of this actually qualifies you to see me. So then Arjun is wondering, कि अगर ये सब is not the qualification, then what is the qualification that one needs to see God? How can God be seen? So most important verse number 54. This is where Krishna again repeats the secret. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya aham evam vidhorjuna ज्ञातुं द्रष्टुं न तत्त्वेन praveshtum cha parantapa. The ultimate advice that Krishna has been giving us repeatedly, over and over again, he's been telling us one thing. I can be understood by nothing but bhakti. Only and only the process of bhakti. So look at the first line. Bhaktya. Right? Only by bhakti, na anya. Bhaktya tvananyaya shakya. Bhakti and nothing else. Not jnana, not karma, not dhyana. Only by bhakti can we know Krishna. What kind of bhakti? Ananya bhakti. You have to desire nobody else except Krishna. Na anya, nobody else. Be exclusively absorbed in Krishna. Nobody else. Exclusive devotion to Krishna is required to attain him. Aham evam vidorjuna. In this way, my dear Arjun, you will be able to know me. Jnatum. You will be able to know me. Drashtum. You will be able to see me. In tattva. You will be able to understand all aspects of my existence. And then finally, praveshtum. You will be able to come back to me. Jnatum, drashtum cha tattvena, praveshtum cha parantapa. You will be able to understand all aspects of spirituality the way they are supposed to be. No concocted version. Whenever you want, you will be able to see me as the Supreme Lord, standing with you, as your friend, as your guide, as your bharta, as Jagan Nivasa, as everything in whatever form you want to see me, you will be able to see me. You will build that kind of relationship with me कि जब चाहो you will always experience me with you. And with that, you will be able to come back to me. Which means Krishna can be understood only by the process of Ananya Bhakti. Simple one-pointed devotion to Krishna. So this verse is very, very important. So Arjun, bhakti and nothing but bhakti, exclusive bhakti to me is going to help you understand me in detail, see me in every aspect of creation, in every aspect of your life, and at the end you will be able to come back to me. Right? And like a good teacher, Krishna summarizes very properly in the last verse. In the last verse, he tells us and Arjun what we need to do. Okay, please repeat. Mat karma krin, mat paramo, mat bhakta, sangavarjitah, nirvairah sarvabhuteshu, yah samameti pandava. Essentially, Krishna gives us the formula. He gives us the essence of the Bhagavad Gita. Mat karma krin. Do all your karma for me. We are in karma yoni. So Krishna knows कि हमको कर्म तो करना ही है. But do all your karma with Krishna at the center. Right? Any karma that is not in alignment with dharma, don't do it. All karma which is in alignment with dharma, please do it. Offer all those karmas to Krishna. Mat paramo. Make me the supreme goal of your life. Right? कि मैं ऐसे जीऊंगी कि at the end Krishna will take me back. So make me the ultimate goal of your life. Mad bhakta. Become my bhakta. Engage in pure devotion to me. Sanga varjitah. Give up all sang of this material world. Give up all worldly attachments. Become free from all kinds of disturbing material attachments. any relationship which does not contribute towards your spiritual growth, any relationship which takes you away from your spiritual growth, start detaching yourself from that. Right? Sanga varjitaha. Nirvaira sarvabhuteshu. Don't have enmity towards anybody. Very, enmity. If your heart is filled with anger, with hate, with malice, with jealousy, how can your heart be focused on me? So, give up all wear. Don't feel anger towards any living entity. Say, I release you, I forgive you. Right? Let go of all negative feelings. And if you do that, Yah samam eti Pandava. O Pandav, you will come back to me. If we do mat karma krin, mat paramo, mat bhakta, sangavarjitaha, nirvaira sarvabhuteshu. If we do this, then Arjun, I promise you, you will certainly come back to me. Om Tat Sadati Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Vishwarupa Darshana Yogo Nama Ekadasho Dhyayah. Shri Krishna Paramastu. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. Thank you all for joining.